Hello and welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic, and I'm looking forward to trying this very alien puzzle. But first of all, I have to apologise. Something went wrong with the listing of the names. Had solved Groundhog Day over the last week, yesterday. That will be rectified at the end of this video. Very strange. I don't quite know what happened. I saw the recording of the names working properly and then somehow it hadn't. There we go. That sort of glitch affects amateurs like us. Now, this puzzle, actually, just before I get onto it, I mean, Groundhog Day has proved incredibly popular. The number of correct entries, and bear in mind, this is in the second week of the puzzle. You'll see all the names. Dozens and dozens of them. We had hundreds in the first week. Thank you so much for taking part. Well done for getting through it, those people. Well done those who've completed Scott Strosahl's Tracking the Cryptic puzzle hunt, which has been very popular on Patreon as well. Very much more difficult, but there are a range of difficulties in the content on Patreon. It's well worth investigating. There are some much more approachable puzzles and some really stinky ones. So do give it a go, by which I don't mean Scott's puzzles are stinky, I just mean they're tough. Now, that's Patreon. There's also the apps, and there are also our daily puzzles. So let's have a look at this one. It came in from Lisztes, the brilliant Hungarian constructor who we've been enjoying a lot of lately. And he sent in 2 puzzles based on famous movies and the year they were released. And this is Alien, 1979, the Sigourney Weaver vehicle. Let's hope nothing bursts out of the center of the puzzle at us while we're doing it. But the tagline for the movie was, "In space, no one can hear you scream." Lisztes has adapted that slightly. In space, no one can hear you whisper. This is a German whispers puzzle, or Chinese whispers as it was originally. The numbers joined by a line segment. So any 2 cells joined by a line, this is the point, whether it be green or grey, doesn't matter in this puzzle. Any 2 cells joined by a line must have a difference of at least 5. Normal Sudoku rules apply, and there is one inequality where that number must be more than that. And with that, just these 4 givens, a few little lines, apparently we can solve this puzzle uniquely. I'm looking forward to giving it a go. You will get a sense of how hard it is, I have no idea, by the video length. Do give it a try on the link under the video if you fancy it. And if you want to watch a solve, I'm going to try now. So let's get cracking. Right, there are a number of things to know about German whispers puzzles. And one of those is that along the lines, the numbers alternate between high and low, by which I mean more than 5 and less than 5. And that is a function of this difference of 5 or more. You cannot have a number bigger than 1 to 4 every other number, and you cannot have a number smaller than 6 to 9 in every other number. Now you're asking what happens to 5. Well, it cannot be on a line. Aha, so 5 in box 7 has to be in one of those cells. That keeps it out of row 2, column 3. So in box 1, it's over there somewhere. Ah, even better. In box 9, 5 is in column 8. So we get a 5. Yes, okay, the simpler way to identify that would be to say, where does 5 go in column 7? There is only that place. I'm going to pencil mark a 5 there. Oh, of course, the top row is all lines. And that's quite an interesting thing. Might not help now, but you look at this and you go, well, who knows? You know, there's 1 high and 1 low in each line. It's going to take us ages to have any idea about those. Maybe not, because, yeah, the other question with these German whispers puzzles is, where do 6 and 4 go? And the interesting thing is, if they're on a line, and look, they have to be in this top row, then you know what their neighbour is. The 6 in this top row will have to accompany a 1. The 4 in the top row will have to accompany a 9. Now, I don't know where they are, but those will be using up numbers. Then you've got 2, 3, 7 and 8 left. The 7 will have to be accompanied by 2 and 8 will have to be accompanied by 3. So we know what the 4 pairs are, even if we don't know where they go. And I mean, that might become useful. Now, the same question, we've got a nice long 7-cell line of different numbers here. Where do 4 and 6 go? The fact that if 4 is on the line, it's next to 9. If 6 is on the line, it's next to 1. We can translate to if 4 is on the line, it's next to 9 only and must be on the end. If 6 is on the line, it's next to 9 only and must be on the end. So 4, 6 and 9 can only be on the ends of the line or in the empty cells that haven't got line. Sorry, 4 and 6 can only be in the ends of the line or the empty cells. I mean, I don't know. Oh, look, 5 here is ruled out of those. Sorry, I hadn't looked at box 8 for 5. So 5 goes in one of those. Right. So 5's not there. So 5 is here in box 9 and here in box 7. And now 4 and 6. Right. Let's remember this rule about high and low alternating. So these 4 cells have to be the same highness or lowness. Let's call it parity. It's not odd or even, normal parity, but they have to be the same. And that's really interesting because they can't both be 4 and 6. Therefore, this must be 4 or 6. In fact, these 4 are the other parity. Now I'm colouring. I don't know whether orange is high or blue is high, but I do know those are all different like that. And if this is 4, these are 1, 2, 3. Where is 4 going to go in the row? Probably here. Well, it could be here. Okay, don't know about that. Right, what can this be? This is quite an interesting one. It's got 1 and 9 in the column. That's why it's most interesting. Now, by Sudoku, this can be 2, 3, 4, 6, or 8. It can see the other 4 numbers. But don't worry about that, because what did we say about 4 and 6? It can only be on the end of a line where, I mean, it can't be in between 2 digits which can see each other, because 4 would need 9s either side, 6 would need 1s either side. In fact, even 3 is not going to work here, because 3 would need an 8 one side and a 9 the other, and that is torpedoing it. So it's 2 or 8. No, it's not. Yes, it is. It's 2 or 8 surrounded by, if it's 2, it's surrounded by 7 and 8 because it can't have 9. If it's 8, it's surrounded by 2 and 3 because it can't have 1. And 2 and 8 are definitely used on this line. So that's really quite a bit of progress there. Now, how can we use these parities that aren't parities? I suppose I'm just going to mark that the other 2 and 8 are used there. So the other cells in the column come from 3, 4, 6, and 7. And now I'm looking for something else to get moving on. This has to have 3 of each colour. That means these are 1 of each colour. That means, and these are 1 of each colour. So, yeah, so 3 high numbers have been used up in the yellow cells. So these can't both be high, and that means actually that this cell is low. This lower than that sign, because if that was high, that would have to be high. Then you'd have a 3rd here, a 4th here, and a 5th here, and that's too many. That doesn't really get much done. Okay, what am I not thinking about over here? Oh, yes, okay. Well, those are 3 blues. This is a blue and orange domino. That uses up the 4 blues. These are orange. Now, still don't know whether orange is low or high, but I know they're orange. Those are blue because they're on lines. We always alternate along lines. Ah, yes, and I said 4. Say these were say blue was low. That would be 4. This would be 1, 2, 3. Now, where does the blue 4 go in the row? Well, it can't be here. It would see 3 numbers that would all have to be 5 different. So it goes here. And the same is true if it's 6. That would be 7, 8, 9. Where would blue 6 go? It has to be here. So that's blue. It's 4 or 6. That is telling us about alternation along the line. We can put in the blues and oranges. And this is 1 or 9 being next to 4 or 6. This feels like one of those Schrodinger puzzles where we might get to the end without knowing which way around it is. I hope it's not going to be like that. Now, what else have we got? Whichever one of these is orange is going to be the 4th orange in the row and use them all up. So if that was orange, this would be blue, which wouldn't really do anything. Now, these are the same. What happens if they're orange? Then orange would have to be low because 7 would have to be blue. Oh no, this is really pretty. Okay, this is the question is this now, which is not the question I was planning to ask. Where does 6 go in column 7? And just think about that for a moment. Try it everywhere. 6 here puts a 1 here. Remember, 6 on a line always has to be next to 1. 6 here puts 1 here. Now that 1 has stopped both of those things, and it's going to do it again. If you had 6 here, you'd need 1 here. Now what about 6 here? Impossible. 6 can never be midline because you'd need 1s both sides of it. Well, I mean, it could be here in theory with a 1 there and there, but it can't be midline where the 2 cells flanking it can see each other. And that applies here and here. So the only place where 6 can be in this column is here. And suddenly, bam, we know the colours. Orange is high, which is what I would have chosen. So that's good. 8 there because it can see 6, 7 and 9. 7 here because it can see the others. 9 there, and they're all just done. And this is 4. We have, hang on, we have a 1, 2, 3 triple, but 6 is always next to 1. Then 7 becomes next to 2. We have a whole box done. 9 and 4 there. This isn't 3 or 4. This is a 6, 7, 8 triple. What else? Anything else? Oh, well, this sees 9, 8 and 7 and it's high, so that's 6 with a 1 next to it. That is 7 or 8 with a 2 or 3 next to it. 7 and 8 are seeing that cell, so this is the other of 7 and 8, and that's 2 or 3. We can colour those. Now, it is 4 oranges along the bottom row, so that's blue, and therefore it's low, and 3 or 4. These are from 2, 3 and 5. One's blue and one's white. Oh yes, I can do all the given 9s and 7s as orange, and that given 1 is blue, and that one I identified is blue as well. Wow. It's intriguing how you get a few deductions and suddenly it all comes together. Right. Now I still don't know. Yes, I do. I've only got 1 orange left in this column, so it can't be the 2 ends of that. That's orange. That's orange with the alternation. These are blue. This is 9, in fact. That's blue as well. So its counterpart over there is orange, which is less helpful. Those are 2, 3 and 4. So this can't be 6 or 7. It's 8 or 9. This can be any of 1, 3 or 4 as far as I can see. Now we still haven't resolved this at all. We've got, in fact, I don't even know the colours. Okay. 9 by Sudoku. Those two 9s and that 9 force 9 into one of those two rather interesting cells. Now, because of what I said about the digits that have to accompany each other at the top, if that's a 9, this is a 4. If that's a 9, then these are all orange. It's certainly possible, maybe even likely that they are. Now that's 2, 3 or 4. 2, 3 or 4 don't go with 6, obviously, so they go with 7, 8 or 9 there. So what else can we do? 7 is in one of those cells by Sudoku, which isn't very helpful at the moment. 1 is in one of these cells. Ooh, I was going to say that means 6 is in one of these, but that is a dangerous conclusion and not necessarily true at all. But yeah, the other way around is better. 4 cannot be in either of those cells because 9 can't be in those. So 4 must be in the row here. That's right. These are 1, 2, or 3. Yeah, it's not the same on these little grey lines. They don't have to be accompanied by their 5 away partners. Right, now, 1, 2 orange. There must be a third there. These two are a domino, 1 orange and 1 blue. I don't know which way round that goes. So maybe I'm going to have to focus on what colour these cells are. On the alternating principle, they're all the same. Can they be blue? If they're blue, this isn't 9. Then 9 is here, with 4 here. That looks possible. I don't see why not. I don't see why not. Wow, I've done a lot of work. I didn't expect to get totally bogged down here, but this is the way it goes sometimes. Let's just keep focusing now. That can't be 4. Oops, it can't be 1 either. It's not that interesting, but okay, so what? Let's go back here. Oh, I know. What if they're orange? Yeah, that's quite interesting because they can't be 6 because 6 would see a 1 in one of those cells. So if they were orange, there'd be 8 and 7. These would be 2 and 3. This would be 9. So if they're orange, that's 9. Is that useful? I was going to say it puts 9 here, but it doesn't necessarily. It could be there. If they're orange, they're 8 and 7. Oh, that makes that 8. Because this has to be blue. No, that's not necessarily true. Okay, take it slowly. If these are 8 and 7, what's happening? Then 6 in column 3, which can't be here because that can't be 1, would have to be here. This would be 4, 3 or 2. Okay, where does 6 go in the top row? Certainly it can go there. It can't actually be in these cells because it goes with 1, which can't sit in either place. It's clearly not there. Can 6 be here? If this was 6, 1, which it would have to be, it would match with the 1, 6. You'd have a 1 and a 6 in these cells. This would be 9, and this would be high, and it would be 6, and that's not possible. Oh my goodness. Okay, so what I'm saying is, so first of all, what I'm saying is, can this be 6, 1 up here? And that the answer becomes no in a peculiar way, because matched with this 6, 1 in columns 1 and 2, we have to fit 6 and 1 into box 4 in these cells. Now, if that's 6, 1, this is 9 and high, that's low, this is high, and out of 6, 1, the high one is 6, but it needs a 1 there. That is craziness. Anyway, bam, 6, 1 are up there. No, they're not up there. Sorry, let me just go back, not do the opposite of what I've just worked out. That's not 6, 1, this is not 6, 1, this is 6, 1. This had better help. I don't know how it does at all. Right, 1 is in one of these 3, no, one of these 2 cells now by Sudoku. Not being 6, does that even help on its own? I don't see how. 1, 6, 5. Oh, if that was 9, 4. Or if this was 9, 4, so 9 would be in one of those 2 cells, then that would force 9 to be here. Now, that would make 8 and 7 here, as we've established. Oh, this would become 9. I've only just seen that. This would become 8, because that couldn't be 8 or 7 anymore. So, if this is 9, 1 there, 8 and 7 here, 2 and 3 on the blue, and 1 here, 9 here. Oh my God, that doesn't work. Yeah, so if either of these cells are 9, then we have 9 here. That forces 1 into here. Because the 9 there makes these 8 and 7, these are 2 and 3. We've got 1, 2, 3. What goes on the line? It can't be 9, 4 because we've worked out 9 is there. And in fact, 9 is in one of these cells. So no blue digit is available for the line if 9 is in one of those 2. Good grief. Okay, so 9 is not there. Therefore, 9 in the top row is here. It goes with a 4. Surely we are unlocking something now. Yes, we are. 4 and 4 there. Where does 4 go in column 3? It doesn't go here because it would need a 9 there. So 4 goes in there. This is not 4 anymore. Oh, this is not a 9, 4 pair. It's either 7, 8 or 2, 3, as is this pair. But I don't know which way round for that. But this isn't 9 anymore. Now, I still haven't actually proved whether these... I have proved that these can't be high-low, because if these were high, they would be 8, 7. And we worked out that would make 2 and 3 up here, and that would make that a 9. That is not happening anymore. So these are blue. That uses up all the blue in row 4. So this is orange. Blue there is a 2 in the middle with 7 and 8 surrounding it. So this is 6 now, which wasn't what I was expecting. That can be 4. That is the, oh no, that can be 4 as well still. But 4 is over here, so this is 2 or 3. This is from 1, 2 or 3. In fact, we have a trip, oh, that's blue. Ah, so these are both orange in column 3. Actually, let's catch up with the full numbers I've put in at the top. So if this is orange, it's not 2 or 3. That's not 7 or 8. We've got a 7, 8 pair. This is a 6, most implausibly, but most helpfully, which gives us 1s either side. That, oh, it doesn't, yeah, the inequality relationship is totally dealt with now, annoyingly. That can't be 1. That doesn't fix anything. Right. 2, 3, 7, 8. How do they work? 6 can't be there anymore. It's in fact, that has to be a 3. We've done everything else in the column down to pairs. Still, that one of these probably is a 4. In fact, that one of those is a 4 because that isn't. I don't know which one. Right, that 3 sees this 2. That sees that 3. That makes this a 2. That doesn't resolve the 7, 8. Ah, but it does take 3 out of those 2, which takes 2 out of those 2. We've got a 7, 8 pair in column 6 as well, as if it does anything. Right, this is a 9, 6 pair, I can suddenly see. Oh, 3 there, sorry. 2 there. In the top row, that is going with the number 5 away so that we can leave that to be 8 and 3. Right, now we've got something. That 7 does fix this 8, 7 pair. That 8 at the top fixes this 7, 8. Good puzzle to teach is scanning all the way down. Right, we've got a couple of 2s and a 3 that I haven't yet marked blue, and I'm going to. 6 and 9, actually, they're both orange. We've got 1 orange and 1 blue here. Ah, 2 there is seeing this cell, so that's 4. This is 2, 3 at the beginning of the line, 4 there. That makes this a 9. Oh, I'm beginning to feel like I might be on the home straight after a lot of toil. Right, 7 and 4 there. That puts 7 there, not here. Still haven't fixed those 5s. I assumed those would all fall out early on, and that is not the case. Done everything on the line apart from 1 pair here and up here. So 3, no, we've done 3. 3, 1, 6, 4, 7, 9, 2 in the box goes there. This is a 5, 8 pair. Looking down, so these are from 1, 3 and 6. These are from 1, 6 and 8. There's not much need to keep colouring, but I suppose I shall carry on as a service. That one's orange. Right, 3, 5 and 8 over here. Ah, that can't be 3. Yes, 3 is here. That puts 5 here, 8 on the line. Actually, that's been obvious for a while, sorry. 4, 5, 8, 3, 7 and 6 here. Oh. 7, 6, 5. No, I'm not certain about that. 5, go back. 2, 8 and 5. That's 2. This is a 5, 8 pair. That 6 gets ruled out of those cells. Now there's still a bit of challenge here. These can't be 7 and 8. So the 7 and 8 in the row must be in the 2 cells we have marked. Okay, so 7 there, 8 there, 5 was there. 8 there, 8 not there, 8 is there. Come on, come on, come on. These are 8 and 5. They've been done. Let's make the 8 orange, and that 2 is blue. This 6 is orange. 6, 9, 2, 7, 8. Yes, so in the middle row we need more blues. 1, 3, and 4. That is not 4, so this one is. 2, 7, 4, 5, 8. This is a naked single 6. That fixes those. We've got 5 and 9 to put into column 6. That is 1 or 3. How can I still not be sure about any position? Oh, at least we're getting to the end now. That's blue. Still don't know up there, so that's going to be resolved by this. Oh, of course, 3 can't be next to 7. Wow, a last little German whisper there. So that has to be 1, 3 there, 1 there, 3 there, 1, 6, 3, 6 and 1. Right. Those look like the last blues to do, and 2 more oranges. We're left with 9 white 5s. And a fully coloured grid, and a brilliant puzzle unlocked finally there. So, wow, that took some time. If you were seeing things ahead of me, my apologies, but I really think that's a tough solve, to be honest. I'm very glad to have got to the end of that. Lovely puzzle from Listesh. He did send us, the 2 film puzzles. Maybe we'll return to the other one at some point, but thank you very much for watching, and hope that was of some interest. Here come the actual names for the last week's solves in the Groundhog Day puzzle hunt, and well done to them. Bye for now.